Coming up on Inside Lee University Basketball, the Flames and the Lady Flames both are ranked in the top 10 in the NAIA polls. We'll have highlights of 4 conference games, 2 for each, and both are at home. We'll also have a feature on the Lee baseball team as Mark Brew's ball club will play their final season as an NAIA squad. We'll have all that and much more straight ahead. Hi everybody, welcome into this week's edition of Inside Lee University Basketball. I'm Randy Smith. Coach Tommy Brown joins us first today. 2 more games on the card, 2 big games and 2 big wins for you as your team continues to roll. And Southern Wesleyan's always tough at home, and then the big game with Emmanuel here at home, or at Emmanuel last week, or at home against Emmanuel, I'll get it right in a minute, was a fabulous victory.
It was a great win. Mixed emotions on this week. We didn't play well against Southern Wesleyan, but we did have a very good game on Saturday against Emmanuel.
Yeah,
so.
but you got the win. So
we got the win.
So. All right, let's take a look.
Southern Wesleyan here. They really have played us so tough over the years. And it's just a matchup thing with us. They have a lot of confidence every time they play us. Big Steve Bennett had a good week for us. Scored the ball in both games. That guy right there is probably the best scoring post player in the league. He's from Bosnia, or actually Serbia. And Nikola Lambic. Will Barnes, who's just having a special year for us, averaging over 20 points a game. And we did some nice things offensively in this game for the most part. We came out very flat and made a good run at it in the second 10 minutes of the first half. And so I was proud of our guys there. Give Southern Wesleyan credit. They came out with a lot of energy and really just took it to us. Came out beginning of the second half and played well for about 10 minutes. I think we thought it was going to be easy. But to Southern Wesleyan's credit, they came all the way back. We just didn't guard in this game. We didn't step it up defensively. They shot 54% in the second half. We turned the ball over against pressure, made some decent plays in stretches offensively, but give Southern Wesleyan a great deal of credit. There's a turnover by Keymon Woods, and we were just too casual with the ball. This was one of the best plays that I've ever seen. Jamorscane's runs, you see who finishes right there. He dunks on that end. He was the guy who had blocked the shot all the way on the other end. Just a tremendous hustle play, one of the best plays I've ever seen. Will Barnes, nice pass, dish back there to Jamorscane. Both those guys can really score the ball, and it's nice to see them working together. Chad James is a former Lee Flame that Chad Lee reminds me of. Chad Lee hit a couple big shots for us. You can see they just out-hustled us there for a stretch, and it was frustrating. And that shot right there was to tie, and then they get one more look at it right here, and if that goes in, we lose.
Well, it was a big win, 85-83. The second-ranked Flames get the victory. Good balance in scoring. Will Barnes with 22 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and Jamaris Gaines 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny Joyner led Southern Wesleyan with 25. But it was a victory for you guys, number 23 on the year for you. And then you got that big game at home against Emmanuel, a game that I think was canceled a few weeks ago, and then now you had to play them, and this was for all the marbles, first place in the conference.
And we didn't handle the Southern Wesleyan game partly because of the hype around the Emmanuel game. And
right.
I didn't do a very good job of getting us prepared for the Southern Wesleyan game. Our guys have been looking forward to playing Emmanuel for a long time, but you got to take it one game at a time, and we were very fortunate in that. I mean, that shot goes in, the Emmanuel game doesn't mean near as much.
Right. Let's take a look now as the Flames host Emmanuel at the Walker Arena.
We came out and really were ready to play, really focused. Emmanuel brought a good crowd with him, and Emmanuel is probably plays harder than anybody we play all year, and you add to that a tremendous amount of team speed, and they are very difficult to deal with. Chase Dunn is kind of the bigger the moment, the better he's going to play. And one of the things you've got to do against Emmanuel is you got to weather the storm of the punches that they throw at you. You got to keep them off the glass, and you've got to get back on defense. And, Steve Bennett, I think, had his best game as a Flame in this game. He was just, you see how patient he is right there. When he does that, he's almost impossible to stop. Duran Blue may have had his best game, and we needed both of them, so bad in this game. We get out to a 10 or 12 point lead in the first half, and there's the dunk right there, and they called this a charge. And I didn't agree with the call at the time, but as you look at it, that was a charge. I thought the Emmanuel player was inside the arc there. So again, you can see Steve being patient with it. You saw Chase Dunn right there earlier, who again, the bigger the game, the better he seems to play. Will Barnes just hit 2 or 3 really difficult shots as the shot clock was running down. There's another one right there. And that's just a good player. That was at the end of the half. That's just a good player making plays right there. Come out at the beginning of the second half, Emmanuel kind of punched us in the face a little bit. You know a team that's won 15 games in a row, I believe, isn't going to go away. And, they cut it to 4. I believe that's as close as they got. It seems like whenever we needed a basket, though, we went in there to the big fella. And there, towards the end of the game, Duran Blue made 3 or 4 very big plays. And, I'm just really proud of Duran. He didn't play well at all against Southern Wesleyan, and came back. And big game for him right there.
78-66, huge win for the Flames as they improved to an amazing 24-1 on the year, 13-1 in the conference. Will Barnes led the way with 19 points. Steve Bennett, as Coach said, had perhaps his best game ever as a Flame, 16 points, 11 rebounds, and he had 6 out of 7 from the floor as the Flames get the win and improve to 24-1 on the year. You have 2 more games this week in the conference, and it's getting down to where we're a little less than 3 weeks away from the start of the conference tournament now. So it's time to really peak and tune up.
It's hard to believe that it's conference tournament time almost. Yeah. So we need to continue to take care of business. We just have a 1-game lead over Emmanuel, and if we were to split with them, they would own the tiebreaker. So pressure's still on us for sure.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, stay with us. We'll be back with more Inside Lee University basketball in just a moment.
I'm Ken Jones, inviting you to visit the all-new SpeakingDeacon.com, where you'll find everything you're looking for. Browse over 1,000 vehicles, including 12 new car brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. Apply for financing, get a value for your trade-in, schedule a service appointment, download monthly service coupons, and find the Deacon Jones store nearest you. It's all right here at SpeakingDeacon.com.
Speaking Deacon, Speaking Deacon.
Are you Speaking Deacon?
At Sky Ridge Medical Center, we believe every moment is important. That's why, whatever you encounter on the road of life, Sky Ridge Medical Center will be there for you and your family. You can count on our experienced, dedicated staff to provide quality health care and the advanced medical technology you need, so you don't miss one special moment. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime.
Fazoli's is the most family-friendly Italian restaurant in town. All the fresh and flavorful meals are served right at your table on real dishes with real silverware instead of foam or plastic. Enjoy a clean, contemporary dining room and the excellent service you would normally expect from an expensive sit-down restaurant. For less than the price of a burger and fries, you can get a delicious hot meal like baked spaghetti, pizza, and all the breadsticks you can eat. It's fast, fresh Italian. It's Fazoli's.
Time now for our center court feature here on Inside Lee University Basketball. College basketball teams seem to live on the road during the season. Different hotels, different restaurants, and maybe even a little sightseeing are on the agenda for the Flames and the Lady Flames as they make their final trip around the Southern States Athletic Conference.
We're meeting in my room, 3:15, about 10 or 15 minutes. We're about an hour and 15 minutes away. We're going to get up and we're going to practice at 9:30 over Augusta State. Okay. So, we've got to be really good. Okay. So let's make sure that we are focusing on that. Okay. All right. Got anything else? Okay. Starts today, okay? Be determined. As a group, when it gets hard, pull closer together, okay? You gotta fight through. This is when we'll find out, okay? This is when we find out, okay, that we can grind things out on the road. No matter who's playing and who doesn't feel good, okay? We can figure out a way to get it done.
Lead us not temptation, but deliver us from evil. For God's kingdom, power, and glory forever.
1, 2, 3.
Time to go around the Southern States Athletic Conference, and we'll begin with the women. Women's Player of the Week for this week is Brenau University's Gabby Harvey. She's the Player of the Week. The 5'9" senior from Lilburn, Georgia, averaged a double-double on the week with 18 points and 12 rebounds a game. She had 58% from the field, and Gabby is ranked as the top rebounder in NAIA women's basketball. In the standings in the Eastern Division, Southern Poly has a half-game lead over the Lady Flames as they are 13-2, while Lee is 12-2. The Lady Flames, though, ranked 7th in the country, have a better overall record at 22-2. Coastal Georgia is next at 11-5, 2.5 games off the pace. And in the Western Division, it's pretty much a two-team race there as well. Faulkner, with a 12-2 mark, leads by a half game over Auburn Montgomery at 10-4. And then Mobile is next at 8-7. On the men's side of the ledger, it's Lee University's own Will Barnes, named this week's SSAC Player of the Week. The 6'1" senior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, led the number 2 ranked Flames in 2 victories last week. Barnes averaged 24 points for the week as he had 31 points against Carver Baptist, and he only played in 25 minutes of that game. He also averaged 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.5 block shots, and 1.5 steals on the week. He had 62% from the field and was 71% from beyond the three-point line. In the men's standings, the Flames now with a 1-game lead over Emmanuel after that win here at home last week. Lee is 13-1 in the conference. Emmanuel is in 2nd place. And in 3rd place, 6 games out, is Southern Wesleyan. Over in the Western Division, a 2-team race for the top there as well. Faulkner at 13-1 has a half-game lead over William Carey. They come in at 13-2, and next closest is Loyola, 8-7 in the conference and 5.5 games behind.
He never did tell me we might be alone.
How did she always make it look so easy?
Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. We offer support groups to help with grieving or just talking and sharing. These support groups are another of our commitments to you.
At Jim Rush Funeral Homes, we believe life is worth remembering with compassion and respect. We will continue this tradition that has set us apart for so many years. Jim Rush Funeral Homes, Homes. It's all about life. North Ocoee and Wildwood Chapels.
Zaxby's, indescribably good.
I'm Ken Jones, inviting you to visit the all-new SpeakingDeacon.com, where you'll find everything you're looking for. Browse over 1,000 vehicles, including 12 new car brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. Apply for financing, get a value for your trade-in, schedule a service appointment, download monthly service coupons, and find the Deacon Jones store nearest you. It's all right here at SpeakingDeacon.com.
Speaking Deacon, Speaking Deacon.
Are you Speaking Deacon?
And welcome back to Inside Lee University Basketball. I'm Randy Smith. Coach Marty Rowe, the Lady Flames, joins us now. 2 games last week for the Lady Flames, and of course, 2 wins in the conference. And you're still a half game behind Southern Poly in the standings, but you're into the second half of the conference schedule, so it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, and it was nice. We played 2 home games after being on the road the previous weekend, and so we played awfully well, and especially on Thursday, shot the ball extremely well and got out to a great start. So good win. Now we're looking forward to this week.
Yeah, 2 home games for the Lady Flames as well. The first one at home against Southern Wesleyan.
You know, at Southern West, we struggled down at their place, and we got off to a great start. Ran a little set right off the tip. Mariah got a tip, and we got a layup in transition, and then from there it really snowballed on Southern Wesleyan. You know. At their place, I mean, I think we played them to a 13-point game, gave up 59 points, and they do a really good job of spacing their offense, but we didn't really let them get into anything. We kind of dominated the glass. See Mariah with a big play. You know, but the big key is we moved the ball well and just shot it, you know, shot the lights out. Julia hit 6 threes in the first half. Holly hit 3. I think we went 10 of 15 from the 3, and 10 of 15 from the 3 in the first half is going to take care of a lot of problems. And it was just one of those nights, you know, and we're shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. Shot it well down at Coastal Georgia the week before, the Monday before this game, and then shot it pretty well on Saturday too. But you know, it's kind of contagious right now, and we're learning how to get people open, learning where to get them the ball. People are starting to understand their roles on the offensive end, and we've got some weapons now. But defensively, I thought we were really good in this game too, and I think that's the big key. I think we held them to 18 points in the first half, and when we can get out in transition, it just opens up our half-court game, and obviously, you know, that's a big key for us being balanced in transition. See Mariah getting out and running the court really well. Brooke Canby had, I think, 9 assists in this game. See Mariah with another nice move up and under right there, but. You know, one of those games where everything kind of fell our way, and you know, that doesn't happen all the time. And we try to warn our team that, you know, the offensive end is something that comes and goes. You know, shooting the basketball and defending and rebound is something that we can do every night. And I thought, you know, as well as we did shoot the ball, I thought we moved our legs and attacked the glass and did some really good things in this game. You can see one of our freshmen right there, Kayla Beavers, here with 5 points, and you know, just being able to get everybody kind of involved in this game, and getting some people who don't get a whole lot of playing time, some valuable minutes, especially for Kayla with our starters, was a good thing.
Yeah, 98-44, a big win, one of the biggest wins of the season for the Lady Flames. Holly German led the way with 20 points, and Julia Zimmerman had 18 points as well, along with 6 out of 10 three-point shots. So with that win, the Lady Flames then played another home game last week, and this one's, of course, against Emmanuel. And this is a situation where you played Emmanuel once, and probably should have already played them twice because of the cancellation.
Yeah, we had a cancellation a few weeks ago, and this should have been a second time through. but we had him here at home. Always tough. I mean, he's, Mike Bonner's the second winningest coach in NAIA and women's basketball. He's got over 600 wins. They're always well prepared. We knew it was going to be a physical, tough game, and again, we got out and played exceptionally well on the defensive end early in this game, and so it was a good win for us.
Lady Flames are playing pretty well. Let's take a look at those highlights of their home game last week against Emmanuel.
Again, we got the tap here and a nice pass by Rachel Lockhart to get us going offensively. But came out. Emmanuel's got a nice team. They're in 4th place on our side. Right here, you see an excellent hustle play by Rachel Lockhart. But they're in 4th place on our side. They're 14-8 on the season, and they just pose so many matchup problems because they're so physically tough. And we did a really good job. I don't think we came out quite as sharp as we did, obviously, in this Southern Wesleyan game. It's hard to come out that sharp every night. But I thought our bench was really big in this game. I thought Mary Jackson and Melanie Barker and Christina Johnson and Julia Zimmerman came in, gave us huge minutes early in this half, especially our 2 forwards inside, because Jenna Adams and Mariah Isles both got in foul trouble. So you can see Mary right here with a nice little isolation move that we've put in here recently. And you can see her getting the ball out in the break, and there's Jules in transition again. We kind of got going, had a couple spurts in the first half to where we got ourselves in transition, got a couple of easy buckets, and then we got going in the half court. Jules and Holly making threes, getting some nice plays. You see Rachel Lockhart with a super backdoor from Mary right there. And when we can start putting those things together again with the half court and the transition and going from offense to defense like we did this week, we become a very good basketball team. We just feel like we've got enough people that can shoot. See Rachel making a 3 right there. Enough weapons offensively that we're going to be able to string some runs together. But again, we out-rebound them by about 20 in this game. I think we held them to 19 points in the first half of this game. So we came out very focused and very determined defensively again in this game. And then, eventually offensively we wore them down and got out in transition. You see Christina with a nice play there late in the game. And another great win. We wouldn't have expected to get them by that score, but obviously we're playing pretty well this week, and so we'll take it.
Yeah, 26-point victory, 67-41 was the final. Jenna Adams had 16 points and 8 boards, and Holly German followed her up with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. So the Lady Flames are now 22-2 overall, 12-2 in the conference. We're just still like 2.5 weeks away from the conference tournament, but in that 2.5 weeks, you got a lot of basketball.
We got a lot of basketball. We got a big game this week. I mean, obviously we've got to go to Tennessee Temple on Tuesday, and that's always a tough place to play. And we'll have to keep our focus going into that game since it's not a conference game. But biggest game of the year obviously is Thursday. We host Southern Poly, who beat us by 1 at their place, and we're virtually tied in the loss column. And so it's a big game for us, and hopefully we'll have a good week of practice and get ready to go for it.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You stay with us. We'll be back with more right after this.
He never did tell me we might be alone.
How did she always make it look so easy?
Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. We offer support groups to help with grieving or just talking and sharing. These support groups are another of our commitments to you.
At Jim Rush Funeral Homes, we believe life is worth remembering with compassion and respect. We will continue this tradition that has set us apart for so many years. Jim Rush Funeral Homes. It's all about life. North Ocoee and Wildwood Chapels.
At Zaxby's, all of our salads are made fresh to satisfy any craving. Like the blue, with a bold taste of real blue cheese and buffaloed or blackened chicken. The house, or the Caesar. With so many flavor-packed choices, you'll be seeing salad in a whole new way. Guess someone forgot to tell us that salads are supposed to be boring. Zaxby's, indescribably good.
At Skyridge Medical Center, we believe every moment is important. That's why, whatever you encounter on the road of life, Skyridge Medical Center will be there for you and your family. You can count on our experienced, dedicated staff to provide quality health care and the advanced medical technology you need, so you don't miss one special moment. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime.
Welcome back to Inside Lee University Basketball. I'm Randy Smith. Time now for our Eye on Lee Athletics feature. Baseball has been one of the most successful sports for several years now for the Lee University Flames. The Flames finished in the top 4 in the NAIA World Series last year, and head coach Mark Brew has got them ranked 3rd in the polls early in this season.
Hey, I'm John Bowling with Inside Lee Basketball. Today we're going to take an inside look at the Lee University baseball team. I had a chance to sit down with a couple of the players and coaches as they talked about their expectations for this season. Here's what they had to say.
We had a super year in 2012. We went 56-11 as a team. We won the conference tournament championship for the first time in our program's history, and went into the World Series for the 6th consecutive time. So certainly we're trying to build on those successes of the past, trying to make a return trip to Lewiston, Idaho in our final year as an NAIA program. We're really excited about this year's team, and I think it's going to be a good brand of pitching, defense, combination, and then I like our offense too as well.
With a much different look than last season, the Flames look to fifth-year senior David Askew to lead them.
I think this team's also different because we don't have any freshmen this year. We're all older, more mature. We have probably 15 transfers that I think are really going to help us this year and take an important role right from the get-go, and I think it's going to make a big difference.
With the large number of transfers the Flames have gotten this season, I had a chance to talk to one of them about the chemistry of the team.
Being at Lee so far compared to my other teams I played on, we're more of a tight-knit group. A lot of times, most teams you'll see pitchers will be inserted in their own group and hitters will be in their group. But as far as like all of us hang out together, pitchers, hitters, and we have a good chemistry, and I feel like we all work together as a team. Like we're all kind of like individual superstars, but we work as one big unit. So I think that helps us out a lot as far as compared to my other teams.
The Flames hope to build on the success that they had last season and make their last year in the NAIA one to remember. With Inside Lee Basketball, I'm John Bowling.
Coming up next week on Inside Lee University Basketball, we'll have more big highlights, including a couple of conference games against Southern Poly, both with first place implications for the Flames and the Lady Flames. And we'll also have a feature on the Lee University softball team as Coach Emily Russell has her team geared for another shot at the College World Series. All that and much more next week. For Coaches Tommy Brown and Marty Rowe, I'm Randy Smith. Have a great week, everybody.